Right, it's a bit of a treat after this 2-2 draw with Camberley. We are joined tonight by Chairman Alan Salmon. Alan, what did you think of the game today?
What do I think of the game today? Well, if I'm going to be honest with you, Gary, I think in say the first 25 minutes, I thought we could have been 3 up.
Yeah.
We had 3 clear chances across the box, which wasn't buried and put away. So really and truly, I think as the game went on, I think we did manage to drive ourselves forward and get 2-0 up, which obviously you forget sometimes about the first 3 chances, and then from there onwards it was like a bit of a downhill climb. I thought if you're playing and you know what's at stake for this season, and after that wonderful performance last week against Chertsey, which I thought we should have had in the end, I thought today we let ourselves down a little bit, in respect that I think the first penalty, that's fair enough. If you had to give a penalty away, that went in. It was quite a solid penalty. The second penalty, I'll give Brothers his due, he saved it, but I did feel that because they had tall players, that we didn't actually sometimes defend goal, certainly didn't defend getting behind the players and giving Brothers a lot of protection. Especially after saving a penalty, you would feel that everyone's backs would have been up. Well done, Brothers, you've done well saving that penalty. Now we're going to give you something back in return. And all they gave us back in return was another goal. A header, which the guy was totally unmarked and he put it away.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough. I mean, after the first 25 minutes, you could say that we got very complacent. We stopped doing all the things that we were doing, the things that had got us into that good position, and allowed them to come back into the game. And fair play to them, they took full advantage. On the penalty, yep, tremendous save by Brothers. And once again, it's like everybody switched off. And we just expected someone else to take the responsibility to go and meet the man. No one did. That was 2-2. Second half, we dominated a lot of the play, but never really made their keeper make a save until right at the end. That's got to be quite disappointing from sort of a fan's point of view.
I thought our corners were very poor today, Gary. I thought that when we took corners, that they either didn't reach the goal, and when they did reach the goal, they went straight into the goalkeeper's hands.
Yeah.
And he just took it out very cleanly. I mean, there was not. If you look at our players, no one was really challenging the goalkeeper to sort of put him off in any shape or form. So he actually was classing out the air quite simple. And I think, I do feel that there weren't enough effort put in sometimes with some of the players. It was like, I think we'll come out in the end, we'll get that all important goal, which we never did, and win the game. And they sort of prepared to let other people. There was times there when some of our ball players, and we've got some tricky ball players, were just running into brick walls. They went round 1 or 2 players and all of a sudden crashed into a brick wall, lost the ball, and then you see them drastically trying to run back. And it was a game. After I'm referring to last week's game, which was very, very good.
Yes.
And I thought what a disappointment it was today to give away 2 home points today. And unfortunately, it's okay. It's a point, I suppose. That's all you can turn around and say. No more than that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I mean, it makes life very difficult now at the top of the table, but I'm sure there'll be a few twists and turns as we go on. I mean, we've still got, I think, 10 games to go. Chertsey have got, God knows how many, 16, 15, 16, something like that. Things can change, so we'll just have to hope that happens. We had a bit of a changed side out today as well from last week. Obviously, we had a few players unavailable, a few players injured. It was a difficult one sort of to know who was the right person to come in. What did you make of the lineup this afternoon?
Well, I thought first and foremost is I was a bit surprised that I've only just this minute heard that Tanks ruled himself out of today's game.
Yes.
And I was a bit surprised if he ruled himself out, how he could possibly sit down and watch the game. Because at the end of the day, if he was as bad that he couldn't play, and bearing in mind he's one of our better players, no disrespect to Ball, but at the end of the day, they're a different type of player. But you need someone to make those runs into their box, and Tanks can do that. And unfortunately, we didn't have him today. So we're drilling balls sometimes from just over the halfway line.
Yeah, that's fair point. I mean, I think from Tant's point of view, obviously he'd been on holiday all week, hadn't done any training, so you can sort of understand why he might have ruled himself out. I think he was away skiing, so if he'd have got an injury when he was out there, I think he just decided to let people know nice and early. So I guess that's to his credit. But as you say, him and Boggs, whilst they're both very good defenders, they are both completely different types of players. Boggs is a more defensive-minded defender, where Matt will get forward and get deliveries into the area. We were missing Fazza today, which I think is a huge blow.
Massive loss. Great performance at Chertsey, and a massive loss today because he shuts things down. He works hard. His work rate is 110%. You can't knock it. So in the midfield, very, very, and he's got some sort of understanding as well with Asa.
Yeah.
And they play well together. And it seems like, you know, sometimes one loss without the other.
I think you might be right there. I mean, sometimes with Matt, you look at a game he'll play and say, well, what did he actually do? But then when he's not playing, you certainly miss him. You certainly know. He's one of those unsung sort of players who does a lot of the dirty work and a lot of the nasty stuff that nobody else wants to do, but he does it very, very effectively. Okay, so we move on, and obviously disappointing today. We have to pick ourselves up. We have to try and pick some points up as we move forward. What are your hopes for this season now?
Right, well, we're in our 40th year. It's our anniversary year.
Yeah.
A massive year for the club. And also we've got other things going on in the ground. Well, we don't sort of say too much about that.
Yeah, of course.
For various reasons. But in our 40th year, I mean, after last year's disappointment of being in second place, coming into the last sort of hurdles, if you like, of the season, and basically we threw it away. We couldn't actually put a foot right I think it's for a whole month. And we lost various games, and obviously Bedford Sports stepped in and took advantage of it and got promotion, which is fair enough for them. So coming this season, it was a case of, are we going to put in another show? Well, yeah, we have put in a show, but the thing is, hopefully we ain't going to stumble at the last hurdle. I do honestly feel that somewhere on the line, and I'm hoping that if for some reason that Chertsey do get the better of some of their games in hand, that we actually can pick up a place in the Bostik. We waited a long time to be in the Bostik. We thought this was going to be our year. We hope this is going to be our year. And if it means that the FA do decide to do a points per game thing, then we've got to make damn sure that we've got enough points per game to actually get a place within the Bostik League this season.
Yeah, that's fair enough. And obviously we all hope that somehow we do manage to get our way up. If we can't win the league, then you never know what might happen. There might be additional places, or unfortunately teams may go bust or what have you. It often happens over the course of the close season, so we have to be ready to take advantage of, unfortunately, others' misfortunes.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And obviously it'd be nice actually to sort of, we've been playing with a lot of these teams with one or two new additions for quite a few years now, and it would be nice to actually play new teams, new venues, and go to new places, basically. Yeah,
totally agree. Well, thank you very much, Chairman. It's been an interesting interview, and obviously everybody will be delighted to see your face on the screen tonight.
I don't think so.